It is time. It is time to brew your best beer.
Happy Homebrew Wednesday, boys. I'm actually going to get this video up and into the cloud before midnight tonight. So I will be on time for the first time in a long time. My Homebrew Wednesdays. Sitting here enjoying a homebrew. It's not my homebrew. It's actually Sjporr's homebrew. Correction. Mrs. Sjporr's homebrew. This is a Belgian strong. He poured it right off his, I believe he said he poured it off the tap, so it's not, the carbonation is a little bit less, which happens when you pour it straight from the tap, so that's why there isn't a vigorous head, I think. It's actually really good carbonation. It's a little bit less, but it's to be expected off the tap. I'm used to that all the time when I get growler fills. But yeah, this is nice. Very nice. There's cranberry and orange in it. It's really good. It smells great. That is a nice beer. I'm sure you don't have to send him a text message to see what he says, how much ABV's in it, but that's a good beer. The reason I was able to get that SJ or Mrs. Sjporr beer was we got to meet up this weekend. We met up at the Frederick, Maryland Craft Beer Week. It was the kickoff fest. Had some really great beers. Really enjoyed it. It was a fun time. Got to hang out with SJ, Mrs. SJ, and little Mrs. SJ, or little SJ. His daughter. Is a great time. SJ, and I can't say enough about how great of a person he is, how funny he is to hang out with, and what an amazing drinker he is. I mean, man, he was able to pound them like a champ. By the end of the day, I was spent. As you'll see in the video, it was a rough time. I'm very happy that we ended up going to get dinner. That dinner, I wasn't able to eat much, but I had some French fries and some nachos that was able to get me back to feeling good. But oof, man, being out in the sun all day, trying all those beers, we must have had 30 or 40 tastes of beer. It was awesome. Luckily, they were only 6-ounce glasses, so they helped restrict us. That restricted us on our own. But yeah, it was a great event. We're definitely going to go again. We've got another Brewfest coming up in July. It's a DC Brew in the Zoo. So it's really cool. It's at the National Zoo. So beer and, watching and hanging out with lions. What could go wrong? But without rambling too much, why don't you check out, and here's a couple clips from hanging out with SJ and Mrs. SJ this weekend. Happy Homebrew Wednesday from Frederick Beer Week, and somehow stupidly early admission. See if you guys can see back there, all the crowds waiting to get in. Somehow us with general admission got in, so cheers. Right, Mrs. Patsvane? Cheers.
Cheers. I need another drink.
So here we are at Maryland Brewfest, as you can see. Lots of people. Somehow, luckily, the wife and I got let in early admission. So cheers. Got to taste a bunch of the VIP stuff. And we're now on the hunt for Sjporr. I don't see him anywhere. I think he got lost. Unfortunately for him, he had about a 2-hour drive, while I had a 30-minute drive. It was rough, but let's go. Let's go on the hunt for Sjporr. A lot of dudes talking about beer, but no Sjporr. Where the hell could he be? Got a band, but no Sjporr. Walking down the shadiest alley I could find, yet still no SJ. WTF on the status of Mr. SJ. He's not in the shitter. Where could it be? Who knows? Look what we finally found! We found Sjporr and Mary. Look at that!
Hit it and then say whatever you want?
Whatever you want.
You can say whatever.
Right now.
So, what dick do you have at my husband?
It's the internet. Go to town.
Yeah, I know, right? This will be posted in 0.3 seconds, straight to YouTube. There you go. SJ and Pat's fan at Frederick's Brewfest.
Frederick's Brewfest.
How
Cheers.
cool is that? Yeah.
You can't beat it. Oh, and Pat's fanning up, as you can see. New England Patriots all the way. Whoop whoop!
Wait, Sjporr challenge!
Oh, yeah.
Sjporr challenge.
Sporting the shirt.
That's right.
Shirt. Yeah,
Check it out.
There we go.
Not just in the pecs. Look at the shirt.
Follow the washing instructions!
Cheers, guys. Catch you in a sec.
Cheers.
So as you saw, we had a good time. I want to reiterate that at the end of the day, I was able to drive home and was totally good to go. That last video and between the time we went home, there's about a 3-hour time period. So I am not advertising or telling anyone they should get drunk and drive. We were very responsible that day, so I just want to put it out there. If you guys go to Beer Fest, make sure you have a secession plan, i.e., a drive home plan. And ours was to either A, have dinner, or go watch the X-Men movie and kill some time. So just want to put that out there. Next thing, I had another nice little video. SJ was kind enough to show off his dancing skills. So, it wouldn't be right of me to withhold such amazing dancing prowess from you. So here's a video of SJ's amazing dancing skills. So I'm sure at this point SJ is working on unfriending me on every social media website that's out there. So while we had a good run, SJ, it was a good time. The funny thing is SJ actually has probably the video of me doing the exact same thing. So it was probably like the Cold War. The idea was mutual assured destruction, so no one would post the video, but I've clearly violated that rule. So it was nice knowing you, SJ. It was a good run. If you don't unfriend me, hey, more good times to come. I'm showing this. This is the little growler. I sent SJ home with it when he was down to visit us, and he sent it back to me. And my thoughts are I wanted to do something similar to what Paul Wicksteed did over in New Zealand. That might not even be New Zealand. I have no idea what compass direction that was, but in New Zealand. I guess it'd be safer to point down. But what Paul did was he sent basically a growler to one person and a little external hard drive, like a little flash drive. And what he did is he filled it up with alcohol or filled it up with beer, and basically said, "Hey, videotape, your thoughts of the beer." And then what you do is you take that beer and you send it to someone else and the little hard drive, and they do the same thing. And basically, by the time this makes it back to the original owner, we should have 10 to 15 videos. You can merge it together, and it's kind of like almost like a little documentary of following one growler as it makes its way around the country. New Zealand was one option. This would be the American option. So I'm trying to get people together. There's already my beer went to SJ, his came back to me. So if you guys want to be involved in this, comment below, and I'd like to try to set something up and get at least 10 to 15 people where we could send this growler to and a external hard drive and basically videotape this growler's travel across the USA. The idea would be that it doesn't have to go too far so that we can save money. So one person isn't shipping from California to say back to Maryland, and then from Maryland back to California. We try to kind of keep it all within, make it a reasonable distance from one spot to the next. So if you guys want to get into I guess what I'm calling off the fly, growlers cross country expedition, please make a comment, PM me, hit me on Facebook, either or. But that's what I'd like to do. So I'm probably going to keep plugging this for the next couple videos because I want to try to set it up. I think it'd be a really cool thing to do. Next thing, can't call this an Sjporr video or competition video without showing something involved with that. So here's a clip of me using my Blichmann beer gun for the first time. It was really great. Had a blast with it. That thing is awesome. And of course, knowing me, there's always a couple tips on sanitation. So check it out. Alrighty, thanks to my wonderful wife, I can actually show you guys how this works. I tried to do it by myself and it was just too much, especially since this is the first time I'm really using it.
But so far, I love this thing. Alright, so put this at the bottom. Hit the gas. Some people, for about 3 seconds, hit the gas. Some people have said that this leaks in the gas, or on the gas line side of it, but I don't have any leaks. So either I have a really good one, or those people had a really bad one, or they just didn't have a good connection. Then you basically just slowly fill it up. I have this thing full throttle. The PSI on this should be between 2 and 5. You want to fill it up until it starts to foam, and then give it just a little bit more. And the reason for that is they say to cap on the foam. You might not be able to see it, but the foam's starting to rise, so that's perfect. Cap it. Wow. Make sure you don't have any leaks. I don't. And then because I'm insane, in the sanitizer again it goes. That's it. Just repeat about 30 more times and you've got your beers ready for the Sjporr competition. Peace.
Alright guys, so that it's basically going to be it for right now. So no complaints. Everything's great in my world. Hope everything is great in your world, and I will see you guys next week. And I am looking forward to seeing all your videos. So keep them coming, guys. And until next time, take it easy. Do your best to hang out with other homebrewers. And remember, life's too short to drink shitty beer. So cheers. Catch you next.